What up, Internet? This is CryptoPhoneCats, and I am in the middle of playing Edge Extended, and I am thoroughly enjoying this. This game is a couple bucks in the Android market. It looks like Qbert, and it's gonna make you think, it's gonna make you stink, it's gonna make you pink. Oh. It does look like Qbert, and that's just because there's cubes, and I like to compare games to other games. I just died. That was I wish I just ended the video there, but alas, we will roll onward. You control this cube, you just touch to drag in one of the 4 directions and he'll just start moving that way. You want to pick up those little power-ups along the level to make your dude roll a little bit faster, and I think it gives you a better high score. This one's pretty intense with that wall that just bounces me off every time. This game doesn't really have a concept of lives, so don't be nervous or don't be afraid to like experiment and try new strategies and stuff like that. Because there isn't really a fail unless you get knocked off the edge or if you quit, so don't give up. I actually did kind of tap out for a little bit because the level that I'm on right now is so confusing and mentally mental that I can't figure it out. Oh, I thought that would just push me into that little crevice, but it didn't work. Okay, pro tips, you can't roll out of a 1-block spot, but they don't really set you up like that yet. I bet they will at the end. But to be able to roll out of a cube that you're in, you need to be able to actually move your cube. So some angles aren't going to work out. I hope that even is possible to explain, or if that made any sense. You do need to get these dots. Don't think that you can skip all the dots, because towards the end, I believe it gets to a point to where you have to have some just to even progress through the level, because you need to be moving with some speed. Not all the levels are like this, to where it's like this red light, green light gameplay. Each level is pretty different and will just blow you away with new stuff. One of the first ones I played had this intro where my block turned into the head of like some Voltron Go bot that was running around, and it just like blew me away. I felt like I beat the game, or it was giving me some kind of like special trailer. I kind of get stuck here for a while because you can't move whenever you're trapped like that, because you know, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Is that applicable here? Probably not. I'm almost to the end of this one, and they do rate you at the end. You get like A, or whatever, like C, B, A, or S. And S plus is like the best you can get. Ooh, barely made that one. A B! I'll take it. Okay, that last one was like red light, green light, and this new one is jump off the edge. And this new one is like this more like vertical level scroller. So Moby Games, you guys are brilliant. This is like very creative. Props. Proops. This one's kind of scary. My camcorder's white balance, or whatever it's called, isn't the best, so I hope you can see like how bright this game is and that the cube is like constantly radiating different colors. Radiating! This level has like fake squares, or some squares that will fade away so you'll fall through. But I can't even tell which ones are which, so I kind of end up just running around on my, just like testing each place. Okay, that was like a little magic button that you can press, and then it starts to do little unlock things. And one level that was pretty early on had 3 of those, and each time that I had to get to it, every time I stepped on like a square, it would fall, and it was pretty crazy. Okay, here they're just throwing some walls at you and you just wall dodge. Not too hard. I think I'm playing this on easy, which makes me feel pretty lame. If there is like an extra hard difficulty, I'm probably gonna give it a go afterwards. Let's see. Oh yeah, hit that button. Okay, it doesn't look like there is a difficulty, I just double checked. Alright, here we just got some pseudo-lame Tetris stuff. I wish that it was going like full speed and didn't even pause, that would be super intense. But I actually do step it up on this one in just a second. It gets a little tricky. Because when I'm going through these things, each time that my piece goes through, it's pulling like a little extra block or 2 out. And it takes me a while to realize that. It's just like, I see what you did there. That's not even a real Tetris piece. Oh god. Yeah, I was not ready for that. That's one of those times where you're like hanging on by the edge of your cube, or maybe that's why it's called Edge Extended, and in like the title of it there's a cube hanging on its edge. No, wrong way! And they never make you go back too far, so rage quitting is rarely an issue. It's like this game has constant checkpoints, so it's not like a burden when you mess up. You don't feel like you failed, or it doesn't say game over, and like the dog doesn't laugh in Duck Hunt, or you don't have Ganon cackling in the background. It's just, you know, you die, you start over, and you're not very far from where you were. So it makes this game pretty easy to get hooked in non-stop gameplay. Okay, I'm finally catching on to these tricks here, moving on to some next level stuff. I think I'm almost to the end of this one. The soundtrack is really serious. Like it's like monumental. Sometimes I play levels so long that I make it to the end of the soundtrack, and then it's kind of like a sign of defeat of like, oh, the developer didn't even expect anyone to play this level this long, and I felt like a fail. Yeah, getting them speed cubes. A lot of the times, see, I thought right when I walked off there I was gonna land on that spot, and I don't know, I just have like a hard time with cubism, or like the depth perception of it sometimes really throws me off. There we go, figured that one out. It almost reminds me sometimes of that artist who draws like those impossible stairs, or those like impossible objects that can't even exist. Like I can't figure out where I'm gonna fall. I got an A on that one, don't be jealous. Okay, this one was called Claustrophobia, and it's a lot more tight. This is me falling off the edge. Okay, later on they do add like more challenges. One level that I really enjoyed, you couldn't even get to the end, and then this little black cube would come out, and I think he's like your frenemy or friend enemy, kind of like I want to be with Phone Dog, but he won't talk to me. And he would like help you out, and maybe he'll like be battling you towards the end. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. This one gets pretty wacky. Like, you don't even know what's gonna happen until you just dive into it. Like, you could just wait there forever and nothing would ever happen. They need you to actually like dive in and then just instinctively roll with the punches. And watch this. Oops. My brain thought that was a pattern, and I was like, oh, it did it the first time slow. It did it the second time slow, and then the third one just like catapulted me into the deep space abyss. Cubism. Shout out to Cubism. Okay, so I got that one. These are more quickie jutter outer ones that just stab you and retreat. Oh, I should have just rolled over that. Okay, here's one of those times where you're working blind. There might be some way to do like a pinch to zoom or rotate around to see the back end, but I can do this blind. We'll do it live. Oh, this part's confusing. Did you see how it had that little timer there for a second? Like, you can do hang time, and it counts how long you're able to dangle like that. I have not gotten it down. I don't know, my thumbs are just like not up to speed, up to snuff. This is one of those moments where it reminded me of Q*bert a little bit more, but like taken to the next level just because it's so elaborate, involved, and mazy. Maybe there's like another game that's more appropriate than Q*bert. God, I didn't even expect that to happen. Or the second time. I do not evolve ever. So now I'm doing this like underground maze, and I'm glad that it doesn't jut out whenever I'm rotating, because you can see that like the top part of my cube does go past every time. Oh god. And a lot of the times you will do like that accidental roll that ends up killing you, and you have to start over like 5 feet back, and it's not cool. Okay, almost to the end of this one. Sometimes I just have to slow down and think, and it takes me a long time to think, so deal with it. Do I want to get that cube? Is that possible? It doesn't look very easy. Let's dodge it. They do put a map up at the top left, but it's just like these garbled pixels that I can't even make out yet. Hopefully I'll never have to do that and I can just kind of blindly roll through each one. But yeah, super fun game. I mean, buy this for like 99 cents or $1.99 for however much it was, and you will be entertained literally for hours. It's so crazy that you can buy games for 99 cents. Not too long ago, every game cost like $60, and there were these like gatekeepers, and you had to have a $300 console. Now your console is $500. That's not a good point. Okay, I'm almost to the end of this. God, like, they make these levels so long that sometimes when I get to the end, like, I don't, like, it's like frustrating and I don't even want to play anymore, but I've just come so far. I've tried so hard and come so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Okay, I can remember this part. I'm almost to the end. But that was one of those moments where I couldn't even roll out and you just had to go onward. Yeah. Cool, that's it for this game. This is Edge Extended. Is that what it's called? Yeah, and it's on iPhone and iPad. Check out the rest of our Phone Cats vids. We're doing game reviews. We're going to start doing phone reviews. We're going to start doing cat reviews. Phone Cats.